Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today it looks like we got a brand new event having dropped. And it is another collab event. It looks like it is a crossover with Witch on the Holy Night, which is another Nasu-verse visual novel because, of course, FGO will only cross over with stuff in the Nasu-verse. Which is probably for the best, mind you, but even still. I've not played / read / watched any bit of Witch of the Holy Night, so I'm probably going to be ignorant to any of the finer details of stuff that happens in here, but it is on the list of things for me to be possibly doing on stream. Hollow Ataraxia is the next visual novel though, so, you know, Witch on the Holy Night is not quite next, but maybe it'll be after. I don't know. We'll find out. But if you do enjoy watching me, please be sure to like this video, comment down below if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel, helps me out, lets you know when new vids comes out, and if you want to catch me live, you can always check the description where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those notifications. But let's go into the news here for the event. Hello J6, hello Infinity Lord, welcome to stream, happy things. Congrats on getting... I'm not even gonna know. I'm gonna ask you kindly, J6. Please type out the pronunciation of that name phonetically. Otherwise, I fear I'm going to butcher it, and I do not need you to murk me. Did you manage to get another level uploaded for Geometry Dash, or approved rather? All right, so. Let's see, what do we got here that is new over the past week? Pilgrimage Festival, pickup summons, so a bunch of servants have been on rotating banners for Pilgrimage Festivals, even though they're not all Pilgrimage servants, but still, lots of servants on rotation, including my Melt, and a bunch of older CEs. He somehow got Monte Cristo. Nice. Aoka. Aoko. Aoko. Aozaki. Aoko. I'm just gonna call her Aoko. 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 I'm gonna need to hammer that into my head. Aoko. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. So Pilgrimage Festival, there's a 3,200 Days campaign, which is just some quartz. Past collab event collections pickup. So even more servants on Raid F that were from previous ones. What are you saying god dang it for? I pronounced it exactly as you typed it in. Aoko. 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 Because that's how I wanted to read it phonetically first, and then, now that I know how it's pronounced phonetically, I can say it. Aoko. Alright, there's a teaser for the Witch on the Holy Night collab, which, I mean, we already know all the servants coming with this, but there is some CEs. Alice here. Alice, I know how to say that name. I know how to say Alice, at least, so that's an easier name for me. But she's not the one that is out right this second. The campaign, pre-release campaign, bunch of servants that are half AP for their interludes and rank ups and additional bonds. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. There's an overview for Witch on the Holy Night. Let's read this overview here. It's a visual novel. In the mansion on the hill there lived two witches. In the late 1980s, the twilight of an era of beauty and vigor. A boy moves to the city, barely missing two witches living in modern times. The boy leads a completely ordinary life. She carries herself with a gallant pride. The girl lives a sleepy, hidden life. Each walks a starlit path. One would never expect their paths to cross. The story of how these three disparate people came together is soon to be told. You know, it just occurred to me, it's only available on PS4, not the PS5. That's kind of weird. I mean, yes, there's some backwards compatibility there, but still. Pre-release, a cute login bonus, which pretty much has been going on. Advanced notice for the event servants. Kind of just show them all off there, and these are now newly added as they have been released. Good reason why Assassin does, but Saber doesn't. I honestly hadn't realized that until you just pointed out. Good eyes. Good eyes, mate. But it does look like Saber Shiki is getting something. Yeah, Avenge bonus eligible servants. I'm seeing Saber Shiki there, so yeah. So Alice is not going to be available until the 3rd of April. Okay, 20% increase of bond, half AP, we already kind of went over this kind of stuff. New look for my room that will change throughout the day. Oh, it's a time of day change. Double success chance, or double chance for double or triple success. Bleh. Got my tongue tied there. All embers and training grounds are unlocked. And that's all of that. So, probably don't need to worry about this, but why is Brazil being... Huh. So, FGO is rated 18+ in Brazil. Interesting, very interesting. Hey, Velvet, welcome to the stream. Happy things. I wonder why it's being upped as rated to 18+ in Brazil. That's weird. But if that's the case, if that ends up happening, will we get the rumored Bond 15 CEs slash cutscenes that are not safe for work? Apparently. Hey, doing okay is better than doing bad. Nothing wrong with just being okay, Velvet. So the pickup summon for Aozaki is here, as well as 4 new CEs. You did an 11 roll on the new banner. Nice. Did you get anything you wanted? So, Aoko is a 5-star foreigner, which means I need to roll, because I have every foreigner so far, so I need to continue that streak. But I'm so low on quartz. Going for NP2 shelter put me so low. Oh, this is... I might have to resort into the forbidden technique for this. But when she is herself... Yes, I know nothing about her either. Unfinished blue. Transform into Super Aoko? I'm sorry, Super? Attack, HP, skills, NP command card deck change, cooldowns will be carried over, Buster and extra target all enemies, but it's halved. I mean, still increase Buster for and extra effectiveness and crit strength. She goes Super Saiyan God. Wow. She helped me so much with your 1,000 quartz speedrun. Damn! Earthlight Starbow. Ignore defense for 1 turn. Ignore defense for yourself. Decrease defense for all enemies. Heavy damage, which is increased based on the number of magic bullets applied to yourself to all enemies. And expend a max of 10. Blue. Well, why does her hair turn red then? Why is she just going Super Saiyan God and not Super Saiyan God? Super Saiyan. Yeah, she should be going Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, rather than just Super Saiyan God. Gotcha. The newest magician and gifted wielder of magic bullets takes the spotlight in style. The newest and most junior magician, of whom there are only 5 in the world, a former ordinary high schooler, Aoko led a normal life uninvolved in the world of magecraft until middle school, when she suddenly inherited her grandfather's legacy. Her life seems ever subject to the whims of fate, but fortunately her stout and competitive nature takes it all in stride, and she enjoys the magician lifestyle without taking it too seriously. Okay. So that's why she can be a little bit more loose with it, because mages are stuck up. Mages suck. And if you watched the last episode of Strange Fake, you know why mages suck. Super Aoko. She is able to transform into super using NP, which we've kind of already covered all of this. Background music for the battle changes. Engraving and enhancement for the 5 command cards is the same. Then the limited CE. So, 5-star CE, Puppeteer's Respite is Arts by 8, Buster by 8, MP Gain by 8, MP Charge by 2 levels, and Antique Lantern. Oh, shoot. Well, actually, if I end up rolling, I shouldn't need to worry too much about currencies for the event. Yeah, I shouldn't be needing to worry about that too much. And that is the Red, I think you said J6 is her nickname. Phantasmal's Food Crawl. 10 crit stars when entering the field for the first time. Crit strength by 5, 100 damage cut, and Milk Drop. I have no idea who that is. Those who watch over the night. I recognize none of these characters. Arts by 8, Crit by 5, HP Recovery by 10. And School and Misaki. 50 HP each turn, 1 star each turn, 3% NP gain. And again, I recognize none of them. Don't be born into a mage, don't be created by a mage, don't be adopted, don't be related. I mean, you can only control so many of those things is the thing, J6. She has a tactics video. Summoning information is kind of standard. Alright. Back. And the event info. So it's got a schedule, so we might not get through a lot today, but still. You're going to definitely MLB the Toko CE. Nice. Working on a new level in Geometry Dash. It's a memory level, so that's going to be interesting. Okay. Prologue. A minute singularity is observed in the mountains of the Toyama Prefecture in the year 2001. I thought the game took place in the 80s. To investigate, Master and their party head to a little-known resort named Kumano Hot Springs. Upon their arrival, they meet a resort guest who tells them the rumors of the Kumano Hot Springs' 5 wish-granting secret baths. But as they make their way to the resort, a monster attacks. Aid arrives just in time. You look like you're in trouble. Don't worry, I got this. We've all got to look out for each other. Now let's hurry up and take care of this thing. Master and company fend off the threat and arrive at the inn, only to find more monsters lie in wait. To make matters worse, someone gets murdered. Uncover the darkness swirling in Kumano Hot Springs and solve the mystery of this singularity. So it began today. New event takes place at the hot springs. Blah, 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 blah. This event was written by Nasu. Even more credence, J6, to the fact that you have now joined the club. The club of Nasu says it's one way, but fans say something else. Enjoy the event's story through the main quests, more of which are unlocked daily. Progress through the main quest to officially add the event limited distributed servant. What did you say? I'm gonna respect. What did you say his name was? Shizuki. His name is Shizuki. Gotcha. Add Shizuki to your roster. Event items, so standard event stuff. Shizuki. So this is what they mean by the rough patches of society. What fate awaits this kind-natured boy pulled in opposite directions by present and past? A young boy from the countryside introduced to the modern world after living in a secluded mountain lifestyle. In a sense, he is a relic of another time. An unlucky part-timer with an unremarkable backbone and unsophisticated nature who found himself caught in a war between mages while adapting to the abundance of the city. I have to say, the city just feels just as magical as magecraft to me. Such positive thoughts were on his mind when he came to live in a mansion with a witch and a magician. One might even call his an indomitable spirit. He is also a berserker. Okay. He's just a dude, unassuming as they come. Hey, nothing wrong with just being an unassuming dude. You can see his NP online. Oh, we get a new Mystic Code! Finally, my Mystic Codes have all been maxed out. It is the Misaki High School uniform. Okay. Hey, Bacon, welcome to stream. Happy things. Login bonus for 6 quartz. Trailer was available. Play the event. It's, again... Oh, it's a point ladder one. Okay, so point ladder time lock. It's her high school uniform. Gotcha. No, it's... Okay, so missions. It's a missions one. Okay. Anything else really interesting being listed here? So you should have up to section 2, and the quest is available for a few weeks, so that's good. We have a few weeks to generate some quartz here. Get additional monster spawns and free quests by using certain party setups. If you follow the hint and use a certain party setup, additional monsters will spawn, allowing you to obtain more battle drops. That's pretty interesting. Then it's just, again, progressing through the missions, how to strengthen him. There's going to be a challenge quest, various event bonus servants. Yeah, Saber Shiki's on here, J6. Saber Shiki gets a 50% bond, 20% or 50% attack, 20% bond, so he gets double XP. CE set bonuses, the shop stuff. Event limited, so this is the shop CE then. This has Toko in it in the background, and no, is that Toko or is this Bazette and Karen? This might be Bazette and Karen, perhaps. Increase quick by 6, buster by 6, 15% chaotic attack, and starting MP of 30%. Okay, so it's Bazette and Karen. Gotcha. Limited CEs for experience, bleh. And then some command codes, because the news isn't done yet. So, Karakuri Sorcerer, 20% special attack, bind, stun, and petrified, effect to the engraved target card, 3 crit stars when attacking with the card. Anti-Magecraft Armor Rocket Launcher. Anti-Magecraft Armor Rocket Launcher. That's a mouthful, but I'm pretty sure a rocket will deal with most basic Magecraft. Just saying. 20% special attack, evil, effect to the engraved card. And the Lucky Bluebird, crit star gather rate by 25 and MP gain by 3%. Oh, and we got some rank up quests as well. Fujino's Clairvoyance Darkness gets a NP battery associated to it, and Calamity Jane's Goddess Chaperone gets a decreased defense and crit rate for all enemies has been strengthened, and will grant crit stars, low chance to grant crit stars, low chance to grant crit stars, low chance to grant crit stars, and low chance to grant crit stars. Good lord. Why does she need so many star bombs on a single skill? But I should be able to do some of those. Oh my gosh, everybody! It's the rare half AP Bleached Earth quests! Man, we get that so very rarely, it's a shock that we just got it again. Commemorative login bonus stuff. He's got a tactics video. Okay. I think that's everything to do with the event done and dusted at this point. So, I'm not logged in today. That's why I'm getting the consecutive login bonus, because I was a bit lazy. Some more login bonus. First time for the 32 Undo days is 10 quartz. 6 quartz for logging in for the social media campaign. Okay. That's all the login bonus stuff. But it looks like I've got some limited time event stuff. Alright, what kind of limited time event rewards? We get 1, 2, 3, 4 more quartz. Ooh, freaking right. Oh, and some, you know, I'm glad we're getting some teapots, short and stout. It looks like we can get 3 more quartz, or was it 6? 5 more quartz by having Bibi, Ishtar, Kagetora, or Yu Senpai as a starting member. And, okay. I can't make friends! Why are they locking quartz behind becoming friends with random people? Excuse me. Alright, I need to claim my present box, because my present box is getting a little on the full side here. Start emptying this box. I did not mean to take out those foes. Whoops. I'll take out these foes as, you know, to balance things out. Man, I got a lot of quartz here. I didn't realize I had so much to claim. Alright. that's pretty much all there done. So I will be able to clear out my present box here soon with the double XP thing, because then I can, you know, boost CEs. But first, as I said, someone not on your friend list to support, then add them as a follower instead of a friend. Interesting. But as I said, I am dedicated to obtaining every single foreigner-based servant. That means I'm at... Can I get 5 quartz, please? Actually, give me 6. But that means we need to roll here. I sadly do not have 10 tickets to use here. Because I'm going to be doing the YOLO 1 paid quartz spin. You know, maybe I'll get it in one. Very much doubt it, though. Yeah, didn't get her in one. I should probably get her proper pronunciation up. Okay, and while we're getting that up, we're going to do a multi. Alright, so... She was a foreigner, so I didn't even know what to expect. Fair enough. I'm trying to find a good video that will tell me the pronunciation. Hey, we got a 4-star CE. I'll take that. It's going to help with the event farming. Yeah, ads on this site.
Aoko Eozaki.
Aoko Eozaki. Aoko Eozaki. Aoko Eozaki. Hey, we got Puppeteer's Respite. Nice. And honestly, that is a very good CE. That CE is... Damn. How to pronounce her name? You told me to look up... You told me to look it up! I'm on howtopronounce.com. Did howtopronounce.com lie to me? We're just getting all the CEs, by the way. I think we've gotten one of each at this point. 2 of the other 4-star. Robot eye pronunciation sucks when it comes to non-English languages. Okay, I didn't know. Calm. Calm. Maybe I'll get her on this malt. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. But sadly, that does not seem to be the case. I got a lot of CEs, though. Like, good lord. That is a golden CE bundle. So we got Phantasmal's Food Crawl. The boy... Oh, I didn't realize that was a dude. Walks through the hot spring town, delicious aromas wafting through the air. Stuffing his cheeks with all the favorite foods he can get, his nose picks up a scent. This is the scent of someone he knows well. Upon realizing this, he dashes off, like a wolf. Okay. We got this one, which again, I do like the CE. The C is pretty good, not gonna lie. It's pretty damn good. A pair of amber eyes hang in the mist. Puppeteer's mystic eyes, which never release those they seize, are taking the day off to indulge in splendid hot springs and fine wine. Though if they were to encounter the familiar presence lingering in this land, everything would come to an end. No, cats aren't monsters, cats are adorable. I locked this first one, right? Yeah, I did. And then we got this one. Those who watch over the night. When the veil of night falls over Misaki, mortal combat breaks out between mages. Those who watch over it all are a troublesome militant priest, a pious blind nun, and a compassionate if unfortunate woman. What sort of characters will come knocking on their door tonight? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna wait on the tickets until monthly, because at that point I will get the monthly tickets, so... So she and Abby would get along great, because Abby likes cats that are monsters too. Her and Abby would get along amazingly well. Right, I'm gonna do a skip click on this one after the first roll. Come on, luck, luck, luck! Illusory Confessional. That's the wrong verse. I think this is back-to-back Illusory Confessionals. Oh no! Come on. I don't know. Another Phantasmal's Food Crawl. Come on. Yep. Alright, we're gonna do a Hyper Speed. First, we see what the first one is. It's CE. I didn't even see the CE. CE. Wow, that's a min roll. That hurts. Lock it. These 3 years will add color to all the years that follow. Here they will meet people they'd never cross paths with, people they'd have no reason to encounter, if they each lived according to their nature. This is a special place reserved for the young, where those with nothing in common can share their days together. Okay. Yeah, that was not the best roll. 3 rules to make a monster that can terrify someone according to Toko. Monsters can't die, can't speak, cannot be identified. I mean, I guess that's not incorrect definition of monsters. I'd argue there's more, like a monster cannot be understood or comprehended, what I would say. Although the worst monster is the monster you know. I'd say. The worst monster is the monster you know. No, it doesn't really. I mean, what would be more terrifying if something of incomprehensible shape and form could speak the English language and you could understand it? See, you say that, but I can't understand the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched. That's 3 of the CE already, damn! Come on, game, give me the 40 now, give me Aoko. I thought there was a little hesitation there, but it was just a normal servant roll. Come on. Be lucky. I need to check something. All the rolls are going through. Come on, log in a little faster. Don't send me a code. Details. Okay, yeah, that was a nothing or nothing. When was this updated? When were you last checked? So, last reported in February, so it's probably end of the month. I could probably do one more. Yeah, I might be able to pull off one more. Secret technique, go. Where is it?
退屈がてらおすす全小石の購入ありがとう とても貴重なものだ。一気に使ってはいけないよ。
I really can't be doing this too much more.
君に幸運がありますように。かつての私の口癖だろ、これ。
Make visible. There we go. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna look it up. It's probably gonna be another AI voice, though, you know, dude. Not too great so far, Zahak, but welcome to the stream. Well, we come to the stream. Happy things, happy things. I've got a role for her because she is a foreigner servant, and I will have all the foreigners. Alright, let's see. Is this another AI voice?
Aoko Aozaki.
Aoko Aozaki. Aoko Aozaki.
Aozaki. Aoko Aozaki.
Aoko Aozaki.
Aoko Aozaki.
Aoko Aozaki. That's gonna have to be how it's gonna be pronounced. Skip click on this one. Come on, give me some luck. Yeah. Sakura, this is the wrong genre. Although, technically speaking, I mean, Aoko probably exists in... Okay, this is the 4 one! This is my 4th of the 5th of the 5... No, I said Aoko. Aoko. Like O. Like O. O-H. O. That's Aoko. Aoko. I mean, I kind of want to save the tickets until I have 10 at monthly reset. Also, I said I was going to do a skip click, but I've not been doing skip click here. Actually, no, I did do a skip click. What am I saying? The next one's going to be a hyper, though. And that is a max limit broken Puppeteer's Respite. Yes, I did say I like it, so, you know, I shouldn't complain. I really should not complain at getting this max limit broken available now. But, alright, we're gonna do a hyper skip, and then I guess I will try the 5 ticks and multi thing that you said, Zahak. Cleaner. Phantasmal's food. Toko again. I suppose so. Wait, that's their siblings? Huh. Okay. Alright, so 5 tickets, you said? Let's do 5 tickets. One. Yep. Wait, that's your second 3-stream streak. How is that your second 3-stream streak? Did they fix the thing or whatever? Because I got the notification that you reached a 3-stream streak 12 days ago. And now you just got it again. That was 3, I believe. This should be 4. And 5. I don't know. It's weird, though. Elixir of Love, alright. Multi-go! She's jealous of Aoko and wants to kill her. She joined the Clock Tower just to get revenge. Hence her nickname, Dirty Red. That's not a nice nickname. It's not a nice nickname at all. We're gonna let it roll slow and steady. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, hopefully. Double Q so far. That was some pause. But it was a freaking CE. God, I hate it when it pauses and it gets my hopes up. I truly hate it. She hunts them down and kills them like she killed Francesca in Strange Fate 30 times. You know what? That's fair. That is fair. Also, I'm so glad that we got an official announcement. Strange Fate is finishing off this summer. We are getting the final volume this summer. Praise be. I cannot wait to see how it concludes. Though, in reading all of the, because, you know, Strange Fate, I was on the anime Reddit or whatever. They're just like reading people's reading people's reactions to the episode, and I got spoiled. It's not a surprising spoiler for the future of FGO, but I got spoiled surprisingly on a completely unrelated to FGO subreddit. So, yeah, I know what's gonna be happening. I mean, who knows? If Richard can break things, maybe the whole of Strange Fate can break things. Yeah, I got spoiled that there's gonna be a Strange Fate collab, apparently. Officially, Strange Fate is going to be collabing with FGO. Which, I mean, was anybody really surprised at that? But that's kind of the only thing that I know. They didn't announce, I don't think they said anything about the servants or anything, and sadly, another dead roll. Damn. Tarnation. Alright, we're gonna be a skip click this one. Oh, we got some gold! And it's an archer. And it's Emiya. Dang it! Emiya! Gold again! Double gold. Rider. It's my You've got to be kidding me. A 5-star spook. True name Odysseus. I have manifested. Allow me to be the one to help you in your great adventure to save human history. After all, I know the difficulty of advancing one step at a time. Friggin' 5-star spook! Hyper skip. Kind of late. Your message came in too slow. Fran! So that was a silver turned gold. Phantasmal Princess. Ordinary Blade. Food Crawl. And we suck. Dang it. Alright. Sadness. Tears. I cry every time. I'm making note of these names. I don't have the uniform yet. Havoc Strength via Morte. Alright. Hey, you randos! Wow, you sent me a friend request even though you have maximum friends. There's one. There's two. So, where are these two? Let's see, I don't know who that is. How you even ended up on my Support setup. Yeah, I don't remember who this... I don't know who this is. But I'm not gonna get rid of them just in case. So where are these two people I just added in? Strength and Via Morte. Strength. There's Via Morte. Yep, goodbye. Your use has been extinguished. So now strength. Strength. Where is strength? Come on. There they are. Goodbye. It's not in the... Oh, it's an old one. Okay. I will have to give that a try for the next set of rolls, because sadly I cannot roll anymore right now. I do not have enough fragments, but I'm sure I'll get more quartz over time, but you know, that's something. Alright. So, rolls are done. Let's... I don't think I've got any NP enhancements that are viable. Oh, look at that. She's NP4. I'll take that. But she was the only one, so we can burn all the rest of the servants. Yeah. Alright. Burn the servants! Excuse me. And we will promptly try again, like, next month, technically. Alright, trying to think, is there anything else? Give me the CEs again, just to confirm. Can I maximum break any of these right now? Reasonably speaking, I can probably get away with you. So now I'll have a +3 for that. Wow, I did not get much of the priest people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not her disciple. She just gives him advice, calls her master as well. That Mr. Guy Killer Glasses are a gift. Okay. Wow. Aoko mean. Stealing stuff from her sister, who's trying to kill her, but still mean. Alright. I think we can officially begin now. So we've still got a few weeks to get her to come home. But let's get with the event. Part 0, Apocalypse Planet 1999. Let's get this party started. At first, there was a tiny glimmer. Then, a few moments later, there was an explosion. It sucked in everything nearby, then blew it all away. That's an implosion, then? Technically, that's an implosion, not an explosion. Trees were knocked down, rivers dried up, entire buildings disappeared without a trace. Wind raged on at 100 meters per second. This must be what it's like on Venus, she thought. It's no use, I can't get any closer. Jesus, output is insane. This was supposed to be a simple disaster, not an actual freaking apocalypse. Her shouting disappeared into the wind, her voice failing to reach anyone else's ears. Is this the sad Ilya music? At this time, it seemed like she was the only one who could stop this unprecedented disaster. However, shooting it doesn't work, hitting it doesn't work, kicking it doesn't work. It's like this thing doesn't obey the laws of the universe at all. High-density magical energy invades the Earth's surface as temperatures rise with no sign of slowing. The magical energy in the atmosphere is reverting from pseudo-ether, the fifth imaginary factor, to true ether, the fifth true theoretical factor. Endless analysis followed by endless rejection. Unending investigation followed by unending rejection. Even though there was only one explosion, the resulting gales only continued to grow in strength. This doesn't make any sense. What the hell's going on with the star? It's been 6 hours since the crater appeared on the Earth's surface. The mountain that brought upon this disaster is gone, and the damage is quickly spreading to neighboring mountains as well. This destruction probably won't stop until the human race is completely extinct. As a witness to many failed apocalypses, she could tell exactly where things were headed. There's nothing I can do. It's too late. For that matter, I'm not going to make it out of this alive either. There is no way to stop it, and unless it's stopped, there will be no future for anyone. Before dawn, the country of Japan will vanish. In a few days, all the other countries will do the same. Tonight in 1999, the world will come to an end starting from an insignificant corner of the Earth. Tonight, with the stars twinkling in the sky. Well, that's kind of a downer. It's a good thing that didn't happen. Okay, long one here. Part 1. Welcome to the Kumano Hot Springs. Part 1. Section 1, Part 1. That's a mouthful. Let's roll. No battle, no. Peaceful brook sound. Peaceful bird sound. So these are the Kumano Mountains. We got MASH with us, yes! Yes, Senpai, the race shift went through without a hitch. Your success rate remains as impressive as ever. According to Shiba, this latest singularity is very small and poses almost no danger. Which is why no other servants or even our trusty foe have come along. So, like Da Vinci said, consider this a well-deserved, carefree mini hot springs vacation. That being said, let me just make sure of something. Do you remember your briefing in the command room? I wasn't in REM if that's what you were asking. So we discovered the newest singularity over on a Japanese mountain range. Specifically, the year is 2001 and the range is in the Toyama Prefecture. Given your age, Soul, I'd guess it's just a little bit before your time. No. But I've never been to Japan, so... Anyway, we've observed that it's definitely a singularity, but it's very small and it shouldn't last very long. Trismegistus says it should close upon its own in about 7 days, and we're not seeing any signs of mystics or magical energy anywhere. Basically, it's a singularity that's practically identical to reality in terms of time and space. Usually we just let this kind of minor distortion go away on its own, but cases like this, where we know for sure it's safe to visit, are exceptionally rare. That makes this the perfect reshift sample case, and it should make a great experience for our field operatives too. I mean, is it exceptionally rare? We have at least one every summer, so... That's why your mission this time will be to see if you can discover any anomalies in a completely danger-free singularity. We're hoping it'll help you hone in your investigative skills. Think of it as trying to solve a real-world mystery novel. We know you've been taking on a lot of tough missions lately, so while we can't give you the carte blanche to stretch your wings, they should at least be a laid-back opportunity to learn some new things. You see, and this is the best part, this latest singularity is located at... That's right, this is the little-known but highly esteemed Kumano Hot Springs, said to be the home of a legendary secret spring. You look really happy about this, MASH. Do I? I'm sorry, Senpai. I've always liked Japan, and I suppose getting to visit a historic hot spring inn there got me a little excited. Testing. Okay, looks like we're coming in loud and clear. This is great. It looks like you two are at the base of the mountain right now. This singularity covers the entire mountain range, but the Kumano Hot Springs Inn is right at the center. She is, yes, I remember. She is a big Holmes fan. Let's start by making your way to that inn. I gave MASH some money that should cover your expenses. Check back in with us once you get a room, okay? There will probably be other tourists on the trail, so we should refrain from calling too much while you're outside. Yeah, Da Vinci, if you're giving MASH enough for a single room, you might have to wait an hour or so after we get to the room before we call in, just saying. Oh right, it's May in the Singularity, so it's peak travel season. We'll need to be careful not to stand out among all the people coming here to hike the mountain. Chaldea may be an international organization, but it's still a highly clandestine research facility. We're just a couple. We're a couple. See, yes, that got the reaction I was hoping. I'm surprised we haven't actually seen anyone so far. Not even any hikers. I don't see any trails here either. I wonder if we took a wrong turn somewhere. I hear footsteps behind us. It must be a hiker or a tourist. Let's ask them if they know the way. Hello, excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but we're trying to find the hot springs and we seem to have lost our way. Do you know how to get there? Even just pointing us in the right direction would be a big help. Oh no, the music died down. Oh wait, maybe it's not a no-no. If you're looking for the hot springs on this mountain, then you must be headed to the Kamano Inn. Guess you two are psychics looking to get rich too, then, huh? Yes, I can see it in your eyes. I can tell you're really good, too. I've had a lot of interesting experiences, so I've got an eye for these sorts of things. Then again, you don't look like you're here for the money. It seems whatever brought you here is more complicated than that. I can tell. Very insightful. You think we're psychics? Get rich quick. Oh, did I get it wrong? I guess you're just ordinary tourists, same as me. Sorry for getting carried away and jumping to conclusions. My name's Shizuki Sojiro. Shizuki, bleh, by the way. I'm staying at the same hot spring inn as you two are looking for. I was just out for a walk to get some exercise. Sounds like you two are lost if you're asking for directions. Luckily, we ran into each other then. I can show you the way to the inn, at least part of the way. That'd be great, thank you. I'm Mash Kyrolite, and this is... Soul. Nice to meet you, Soul and Mash. You must be from abroad, Mash. Anyway, the inn's owner will be thrilled to get even more international guests. I guess the good word about Japanese hot springs is spreading far and wide. International guests? You mean there are others here beside us? Oh yeah, lots. You'll see when you get there. When you get to the end, there's some peculiar stuff going on there now, and not all of it's good. I see. Are the Kamano hot springs that popular? This is our first time here, so... Popular? No, just interesting. If anything, I'd say they're pretty unpopular. I'm sorry, that was a poor choice of words. Let me rephrase that. In fact, why don't I tell you more about what makes the Kamano hot springs so interesting on the way there? Take this with a grain of salt, but the word has it that the Kamano hot springs have 5 secret springs that'll grant wishes. The trick is, you have to soak in them all by yourself first thing in the morning. There was even a magazine article about it not a long time ago. Thanks to that, the springs used to be hugely popular up to a year or two ago, but now things are different. Holy Grail might be mixed up, oh no. Sojiro, what kind of wishes are being granted? Do the springs really grant anything people ask for? No, nothing like that, unfortunately. The Kamano hot springs have only ever granted one kind of wish each. So really it's less like they make wishes come true and more like they're very potent restorative effects. Well, I hope that she ends up being like a support servant so I can see them. Or that I get her eventually. There's the Spring of Youth, Spring of Romance, the Spring of Male Transformation, the Spring of Happy Home Life, and the Spring of Stiff Shoulder Annihilation. That is a very diverse set of hot springs. Only one of these 5 springs is open each day. So the idea is that people come and stay overnight on the day when the spring they want to soak in is open. Though I also heard that some people would stay a whole week so they could try out all the springs. Yes. I mean, true. Stiff... You know what? I should not say that, because stiff shoulders can be a pain. Oh yes, very greedy. But that's not always a bad thing. It's good to have a lot of things you want. I could take a page from them myself. Of course, you'd also need considerable money to begin with a stay like that. It's not a cheap end by any means. Anyway, this should do it. Sorry, but this is as far as I go. The end's about a 5-minute walk up that way. Well, I've got something I need to find right now, but I'm sure I'll see you two later at the hot springs. Sojiro headed back down again. Now I feel a little bad. It must have been a lot of trouble to take us this far up the mountain, and he wasn't even going this way. He doesn't seem out of breath at all, though. He has a very mysterious air about him, doesn't he? He seems so earnest, but there's also something very easygoing about him. Anyway, we're almost at the end now, but there's no need to rush. Let's take it slow and enjoy the walk. We have a battle note here. Looking at something here. So... yeah, you're not the only one that is annoyed at the change in the translation, by the way, J6. 20 minutes after parting ways. I hate to admit it, but we're lost. Oh boy. Yes, and just when we were almost at the end, too. I'm so sorry, Senpai. I should have been more on top of things. Let me get out my compass. No, on second thoughts, I'll just call Da Vinci and have her navigate us to... Huh? I can't get through. That's odd. There hasn't been any magical energy disturbances. And Shiba's observation results still say no signs of danger in this space-time, so... Wait, huh? No future for humankind in this space-time. Oh boy, something's coming this way. Oh! She's going night mode. Nice. Enemy contact. I can't believe I didn't notice them until they were just this close. But right now, we need to fight back. There are no civilians in the vicinity. Awaiting your orders, Master. He did, yes. I do recall that. So we got the OG MASH. Alright. Sure, let's just go with... You know, if it wants me to bring King Hassan, then... why the heck not? So we do not have the Mystic Code yet. Very bad at direction taking. The fog rolls in. Oh no. These enemies are oh so dangerous. I have no idea if we will be able to handle them all. Gasp, a wolf and a boar. Whatever shall we do? Okay, that's actually something a little bit more potentially dangerous. And they just give Mash the guts. Okay. Get some Buster Boost for King Sun. Yeah, that should be fine. Boop, bop. It's time to blast. It's time to bust a blast. A bust a blast. Okay, this thing has resistance. Okay. Noted. I should have checked to see what that resistance thing was. But that's game. Alright. Why did we just complete 2 quests in one there? That's weird. Another formation restricted. Let's go. The creatures are ghosts or something? Master, use a command spell on me. I can use my noble phantasm at maximum power to blow away all the smoke. I'm afraid it'll damage the nearby trees too, but at least it'll let us see what we're dealing with. Hit the brakes, that's a smart call, but don't do it. The ground here could collapse under your feet. I'd save the ground pounding for a last resort if I were you. A ray shift. Good point, I'm sorry. I should have known better. At any rate, may I ask who you are? Me? I'm, a tourist. Yeah, I'm just a passing tourist making a little trip around the world. You look like you're in trouble. Don't worry, I've got this. We all gotta look out for each other. Now let's hurry up and take care of this thing. A tourist. You know, that makes sense. I believe it. Hey, we're getting Melt this time. Alright. I guess I will get to hopefully see what kind of NP we're working with here. As well as her skills. Maybe. Nope, no NP. Sadness. Okay, I'll kick it away. Omni boost here. Alright. First skill, Load Magic Bullet B. Apply 3 magic bullets, up to 20 can be applied. 1 magic bullet that is expended with every attack to increase attack for 1 time. All magic bullets are expended on an extra attack to increase attacks based on the number of expended 1 time for yourself, and gain some crit stars. We'll go ahead and use that. Even more stars. Second skill, Magic Circuit Rotation. Apply a state that increases NP gauge for all allies each turn. Gain crit stars each turn for yourself. The skill will be removed when you transform. Third skill, To Your Era Once More EX. Quick for 3, Arts for 3, Buster for 3, Crit Strength for 3, Restore HP for 3, and apply Plot Armor. Nullifies demerits from your other skills and NPs. Excludes certain demerits such as applying death to yourself for a single ally. I'm sorry. Just, that's hilarious. Plot Armor, the skill. Alright, beep, bop, boop. She kick. Yep, I did see that. I did indeed see that. I'm curious as to what they all do, but it's probably going to be a while before I find out. That was a freaking crit and a half! Oh wait, that buff was temporary. I saw it disappeared now. Very upbeat end of battle music. I'm guessing that's her theme. There we go. Easy peasy. You're pretty strong, Shield Girl. Are you one of those servants I've heard about? You're pretty strong too, of course. Those were summoning spells, right? I'm impressed. I know those aren't easy. The stronger the familiar, the more physical and mental energy it takes out of the summoner. It can even wear away at your very identity. A light yet heavy heart that isn't easily swayed by any kind of desire. That's what an acquaintance of mine told me you need to be a good summoner, and it looks like that's you to a T. The kind of person you'd find anywhere, and yet there's nobody else quite like you. So you are... Oh, right. I still haven't introduced myself, have I? I'm Ozaki Aoko. I'm a mage, just like you, though I'm a free agent, not affiliated with anyone. How about you? If you're both here together, I'm guessing someone sent you? Can you at least give me a broad idea of who? I think we'd both like to at least know if we can consider each other friend or foe. So she is a magician. However, unless she has some means of escaping to parallel worlds, she's also dead. Which is, you know, very impressive for Chaldea's whole shtick, Marisbury and all that, to have done that. The whole bleaching of the earth phenomena or whatever. We told her the bare minimum, and hopefully that's enough. Actually, but Goetia kind of also nuked everything. You know, it's kind of funny. Like, really thinking about it, both major scenarios involved the planet's surface and everything on it being wiped clean. So theoretically, that includes ORT, which means that Goetia can beat ORT. So the fact that we beat Goetia meant it was inevitable that we could beat ORT. Yeah, it makes sense now that I'm thinking about it in that way. I think that's the most concise explanation we can give you about Novum Chaldea. Is there anything you're still not clear on? Nope, that was a 10 out of 10 explanation. I wish I had someone like you as my assistant. Though I do have to ask, are you two actually mages? Because if so, I'm amazed you kept up all that goodwill alone. We do our best to help good people. Damn, seriously, I never know what to say to people who are actually just nice. Miss Ozaki. Please, there's no need to be formal. Call me Aoko. Okay, Aoko, I just wanted to say thank you again for helping us. I don't know what we would have done without your magecraft. Were those magic bullets? That's right, I can convert magical energy into physical mass and fire it like, well, bullets. That's pretty much all I can do, though. I can't make anything else with magical energy, and I've never been good at complicated spells for messing with nature or whatever. Since, when it comes to firing bullets, I'm pretty sure I'm as good as they come. And that's what it's like for you with summoning too, right, Soul? Your familiar summons and their spirit origins were as solid as a giant tree. If I ever die and came back as a heroic spirit, I might not mind getting worked to the bone if a summoner like you were to call on me. Then why didn't you come home? Sorry. If you're not a servant, what about that light you came from? Begone, bot! Oh. Really? You sure you weren't just seeing things? I mean, what do you think I was doing? Teleporting or something? Besides, shake my hand. See, I'm a real live person, right? True. Fair point. I should have waited. It's definitely human, though I've never seen a human fly before. What are you, naturally oblivious type who puts his foot in his mouth? If you're looking for a straight man for your comedy routine, I'm happy to play along. How about I start by blasting you down into the bedrock? I'm sorry, Senpai has a habit of running his mouth when he meets someone he trusts. I see. So you're used to tanking for him in more ways than one, huh? I understand. I have two friends that are the same way. You haven't told us why you're doing here, though. I'm sightseeing, of course. You two said you were headed for the Kumano Hot Springs, right? Mind if I tag along? I only just got here, so I'm still getting my bearings. Would it be okay if I joined you? That sounds great to me. But since we can't contact Chaldea right now, I'll go along with whatever you decide, Master. Why not? Sure, the more the merrier. Awesome, I owe you one. I actually lost my license and wallet, so I didn't know what I was going to do. Thanks, Soul and Mash. When we get to the end, I'll be counting on you to check me in as well. We gotta pay for her room, too. I thought these rooms were expensive. Fifth true magic is time magic. Oh, Hey, we finally got a background. Alright. Looks very quaint. But you said it's related to time. Ooh, that was a good pop of the neck. Kind of reminds me of the Enmatai. Yes, the end where we met Penny Enma and the Sparrows. I was just thinking the same thing. I still have many fond memories of it. I'm sure this place is going to have a great experience as well. Oh crap, this place is bad news. People have died here, no question. Did you say died? We should disguise ourselves, just to be safe. Call me... Suzy Ritsuka from now on. Ritsuka. So you want us to use disguises and fake names, but we didn't bring anything we could use for disguises. This is her character, like, from the VN, right? Is she this big of a dork in the VN? This works, right? Relax, I'll take it off as soon as I know it's safe. Where have I seen that before? I'm an unestablished psychic. As a spiritual exercise, I only speak one sentence a day. That's enough of a cover story. Come on, let's go inside. So she's always been a dork. Got it. I see a poster in the background. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, I wonder if we're going to meet a dead apostle ancestor, one of the 27, in this event. What do you think, J6? Do you think one of the 27 dead apostle ancestors will appear? So this is the Kamano Inn and the Kamano Hot Springs. There are some people hanging out here, probably other guests. Ash Tart, what are you doing here? I see Soshiro made it back here ahead of us, though he just went to the back of the inn. Maybe you went to the hot springs. After all that walking, I could use a soak. Who are you people? Sorry, but we're all booked. I've got too many special guests gathered here this week to waste my time with regular ones. Go on, get out of here. Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, there's a lot of FGO characters, but I get what you're saying, Zahak. Is there a guest by the name of Shizuki staying here? Yes, what does that have to do with you and me? Hold it, proprietor. Can't you tell those people here are here for the same reason as us? I mean, one of them is clearly not normal, and as far as I'm concerned, the more rivals, the better. The more people there are around when I win, the better I'll be able to prove that I, Ishtarin Tosaka, and the best psychic in Curse. Oh, it's literally just her. Oh, Servantverse crossover as well. What? Ishtar, no wonder I thought you looked so much like yourself. Did you come here from Chaldea, or were you someone locally too? Do I know you? Oh, I see. You must be a fan of mine. They wouldn't get along due to being too similar. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's her name in the Saber Wars 2 event. You must have misheard my name and it stuck with you all this time, huh? Well, lucky for you, I'm very generous to all my fans, so I'm willing to overlook it. But from now on, honey, remember that it's Ishtarin, not Ishtar. My father named me Ishta, and my nickname in high school was Reen the Exorcist, so put them together and you got Ishtarin. You can also call me Jolene. I don't know if she's punking us here or not. Do I look like a ghost to you? Of course I'm alive. You know, you're being weirdly forward too. Have we met somewhere before? Senpai, it's hard to believe, but it looks like Ishtarin is really from this time period. I've heard of coincidental resemblances, but this is on a whole other level. Yeah. This is a weird singularity is what I'm coming up with. Anyway, be reasonable, proprietor. We might all be here for fame and fortune, but that's not the only reason we're here. Those blessed with psychic abilities have an obligation to save spirits who still suffer in this world. Like they say, 2 heads are better than 1, bills beat change, and there's no such thing as having too much firepower, don't you think?
You make a good point, Ishtarin. How can I say no to that? Very well then, this may put us over capacity, but I'll accept these newcomers joining the fray.
The Ishtarin Chaldea isn't her appearance, only the appearance of her vessel. I mean, the Ishtarin is what she looks like, though. Because again, per the Servant-verse lore, Ashtart was defeated and was split into 2 beings. Ishtarin and... I cannot remember the good side of her. She was divided into 2 pieces of Ishtar, and this one is Ishtarin. So...
Welcome, you 3. I'm Kumanoin Yoshisuke, the proprietor of the Kumano Inn. Thank you so much for choosing to stay at our humble establishment. The next part probably goes without saying, but please bear with me. It's tradition, after all. 2 years ago, our humble inn began seeing regular paranormal phenomena. Ghosts, as lay people would put it. Thanks to that, our once glorious inn has fallen on tough times and can barely attract enough guests to stay afloat. So as a countermeasure, we reach out to people who have experience resolving paranormal problems and promise to reward them if they should succeed in ours. In other words, everyone who stays here must be a psychic. It also means that if you're going to stay with us, you need to be able and willing to exorcise any kind of ghost you encounter. If that all sounds fair, you can sign the hotel register right here.
Yeah, he's super shady. Both would be student council. Yeah, I could see Reen being a student council president. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that if Issei was not on the student council, Rin probably would be the president.
Mr. Soul, Miss Mash, and Miss Suzy Ritsuka. Very good. Then as your first test.
Great, now we can introduce you to our rivals. This is everyone I could find in the lobby. This is Bazette. She's a self-proclaimed tough-as-nails psychic who prides herself on keeping her cool no matter what the situation. Though if you ask me, that steel is not in her heart, but in her fists. Well, you're wrong. My heart is as hard as they come. Keeping your cool at all times is what lets you deal the final knockout blow to a tough ghost. This is Karen. She calls herself the Exorcist's Exorcist. I think it means if exorcists eat ghosts for breakfast, she eats those exorcists for breakfast. I'm guessing that's something that is revealed in the VN. I just happened to find my way here. I'm a very pious nun, but my real profession is in exorcising demons. But demons and evil spirits don't have any money on them, so something has to pay the bills, right? Now, Ryogi here isn't an exorcist, but she is paying an exorbitant amount of money to stay here. What a delightful little diversion. I would say I'm glad I came here with my family if I wasn't worried about it being a bad influence on my daughter. Oh, my family and I have reserved the entire 5th floor, so please don't bother us there, okay? And finally, we have this creepy girl giving off major stalker vibes who followed Ryogi here. I still don't know what her name is. Oh, that's fun. Is that J6, as someone who has played the games, does that sound about right for Fujino? I'm Fujinon the Twister. Please let me know if you run into any jars you can't open or unsightly steel girders. I'll twist them away as if they were never there. I think we're still a few others, but that should do it for the time being. Now as for the haunted room...
Wait just a moment, please. I still have more to say first.
In the visual novel, movies, anime, whatever, does Fujino stalk Shiki?
As you can see, I brought in the first-rate exorcists from all walks of life. So there's really no place for any third-rate exorcists who are all bark and no bite. So if you're going to stay with us, I'll need you to prove that you have what it takes to deal with ghosts.
Good point. If they can't even defend themselves, we definitely can't let them go near the big 5 ghost stories. Which would prove by... Hey, Janice, welcome to stream. Happy things. I'd like you 3 to resolve a haunting in the mountain behind the end. There's an abandoned mining site affiliated with our inn there, and some nasty spirits have supposedly taken up residence there. Anyone who walks in comes back crawling on the ground like a zombie. It turned out they were no longer able to walk because their leg bones had rotted from the inside out. Horrible story, isn't it? Perhaps there's still some corrosive gas lingering there or something. Anyway, that's how the area came to be known as Hell's Pavilion. Impressive, no?
So you're saying we can stay here if we exorcise the evil spirits in that mine?
Oh, come now. Don't be silly. You're exorcists, right? Of course you can exorcise evil spirits. That'd hardly be a test of your skills. No, these sorts of things always have been about competition. So I'm going to have you compete with another exorcist to see which of you can purify Hell's Pavilion the quickest. Would you do the honors, miss? Who's it going to be? Oh, this is the other servant, Alice, right? Yeah. I like her look.
I know I said I wouldn't exorcise any made-up ghost, but if I'm going up against a real mage, that's a different story. You clock tower mages never change. You're inhuman creatures that will cross oceans to just to get their hands on mystics. Usurpers who would rather ruin other people's magecraft than improve their own, all in the name of maintaining their so-called dignity. If there is any place in this world you belong, it's in the deepest bowels of hell.
I kind of feel like she might be anti-mage. I'm gonna take a guess here. Is she considering herself a witch, perhaps? The moving bird is nice. But how be things, Janice? How be things? You didn't miss much except for me failing to get Aozaki. 'Cause sadness. Excuse me. The rules are exactly what you'd expect. Whoever exercises the most spirits wins. Alright then, go ahead and get started. I'll be praying that everything goes well. The bird was zooming. Yeah. The bird got them zoomies.
That didn't take long. Multiple unidentified hostiles approaching. I'm not seeing any signs of life or intelligence. They appear to be some kind of clusters of magical energy.
Looks like there aren't any big ones we found in the mountains. We should be able to handle this without pulling out the big guns.
Let's take care of them quick, but we'll have to pull our punches so we don't cause a cave-in.
Where'd our competitor go?
I'm sure she's still back at the entrance.
You'd think someone so aggressive would be quicker to act, but nope, not her. She's always been a slacker.
You know her?
I'm afraid so. I'll introduce you once this contest is over. Assuming we're still alive, that is. In the meantime, we'll need to take down more than half these things before she gets here, or this match is as good as lost.
Then aren't we well on our way to victory, though?
Yeah, won't taking out more than half be enough to guarantee? Yep, which is why we need to guarantee that first. But we can worry about the small stuff later. For now, let's blow these things away. I don't like how that shady Kumano and Yoshisuke guy has us dancing in the palm of his hand. But seeing as how this is absolutely way worse than a simple poltergeist problem, I know we'll be doing the world a favor. It does seem a bit more complicated than a simple poltergeist. What does confirm get us? You know what? Swap out Gil for Jalter. Sabadusa, I do not need any more bond going on. We'll go Bakatoria. And then... Oh, I'm still filtering CEs. No wonder. Throw that one on. Sure. Alright. This should do. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. The monitor, each family has their own psychic abilities. They're the Nanayas, Pure Eyes, Fujo's Overlooking View, no name. Ryogi's ability to create 2 cells in one person. Finally,
Asakami's telekinesis. Fujino is from a branch of the Asakami, but some timelines the positions of Asakami and Asagami were swapped. Okay. Complicated, so it makes sense. Complicated, so it makes sense to me. We want to go BAQ. You will come home, Aoko. Okay, I almost snorted in laughter until, I thought, oh. Interesting. Was not expecting that counter. Interesting. Demon Hunter is non-existent due to the lack of demons and mystics. I'm guessing in that timeline. Oh boy, lots of enemies. Beep boop bop. Exists in Tsukihime and Fairy. Counterspell. Annoying. Well, not exactly counterspell, but still, it's kind of annoying. That. Okay, I think we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, that should be section 1 completed. Of course, there's gonna probably be a little story afterwards. That's gotta be half by now. More than half, Master. We thin out a majority of the hostiles. I'm sorry we didn't give our opponent a chance, but this means victory is as good as ours. Something tells me that's not gonna be the case. Cat keychain. I wouldn't be so sure. The proprietor laid out a bunch of complicated rules. But victory or defeat will always boil down to one thing. Points don't matter much after that. You see, it's impossible to lose a contest if you're the only competitor left. She just erased all the magical energy clusters in this cave in an instant. Is this a reality marble? But it doesn't feel like one. Enter Magecraft. Diddle Diddle Banquet of the Night. It transforms the area around her into a world of nursery rhymes. Reality marbles work by materializing the universe's mindscape and overriding reality for a short time. Compared to that, Diddle Diddle is like cheating. It cuts reality clean off, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's a manifestation of a fairy tale, something even more magical than the 5 true magics themselves. It's a ploy kickshaw, an extraordinary type of familiar that happens to be Kuanji Alice's specialty. Noted, J6. I knew it. That was you, Aoko. Oh, cinematic angles! I had a hunch it might be you when I saw an exorcist with a paper bag over her head. So, how have you been? I've been fine, as you can see. I'm just taking a break right now. What about you? I'm surprised you're taking part in this kind of contest. What happened? Isn't it forbidden to use your magecraft in public? Hell, you even went and wasted a ploy on this. Looks like your competitive streak is worse than ever. Those people with you are clock tower mages. They don't count as a part of the public. Besides, it doesn't matter how we got here. Now that we're fighting a magecraft battle, they're my enemy. So I'm going to send them packing before they can steal anything else. Did you say clock tower? I'm sorry, we're actually researchers with Chaldea. We don't have any association with an organization as storied as the clock tower. You expect me to believe that. There's no organization called Chaldea anywhere in the Mage Association. Ever heard of the Security Organization for the Preservation of Humanity? Is that true, Aoko? You bet it is. Chaldea is a real observatory up on top of an incredibly snowy mountain. I heard all about it through the grapevine. But then I wouldn't expect a witch who might as well be living under a rock to know anything about that. Yes. I've heard of it. It's...
Oh no. Why do I feel like we're getting drawn into some sort of petty rivalry?
It's a museum in Switzerland, right? I remember Toko telling me about it once. Never mind that I just remembered that. Senpai, I know there are amazing snowy mountains in Switzerland, but Chaldea isn't in... It's better to pretend not to notice things sometimes. Why do I feel like you just made a huge effort to spare my feelings? Anyway, doesn't matter. Those people might not be Clactar mages, but that doesn't mean this battle is over. Meinster witches are forbidden from losing magecraft contests. So I'm going to kill you two and keep my undefeated win streak going. In fact, this is a good opportunity to finally get rid of you too, Aoko. Talk about two birds with one stone. This may even be the best day of my life so far. Bird. Bird. How about we call it a draw then? Huh? We beat you in numbers, you beat us in magecraft, right? So, since we both won part of this contest, that makes this a draw, not a loss. Besides, don't you think it'd make for a good story, sparing a couple of rookie mages? I bet some people would be thrilled to know that even you can be merciful when you feel like it. I suppose a draw would work, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb. These two are love rivals, aren't they? Just, I get the feeling both of them like the same guy, just based on that comment of someone might be happy to hear that you're merciful.
If they aren't Clactar mages, then there's no need for me to kill them to keep them from talking. Alright, I'll go along with your draw, but don't get the wrong idea. I'm not doing this out of respect for you. For calling you liars, however, I must apologize. I shouldn't have made such an assumption. That's alright. We could have definitely have explained ourselves better. Allow us to introduce ourselves properly. My name is Mash Chirolite. And this is Sol. He's a summoner from Chaldea, and I'm proud to call him my master.
It's nice to meet you.
Is that so? I'm Kwanji Alice. Call me whatever you like. You two are headed here for your own reasons, right? If you stay out of my affairs, I will remain out of yours. Still, having said that, I expect we'll cross paths while you're staying at the inn, so I'll endeavor to treat you fairly.
I don't know, Zahak. I just don't know.
After all, you're friends of Aoko's, right? She and I go way back. That's why I'd gladly kill her if I ever get the chance.
Oh, I love the expressions. Gotta love it when they have goofy expressions. And we get another school in Misaki CE. We get the talkative detective Robin. Lock it in. Alright, and section 2. Whoa, that's a long one, man! This event is looking like it may be a long one. Yeah, can definitely tell it was a Nasu written event. Dang it, I forgot to read the description of the bird CE. That's my bad.
The contest ended in a draw. Contrary to appearances, they really are first-rate exorcists.
Is that a fact? I can't believe you really did manage to cleanse Hell's Pavilion of evil spirits. I thought it would be too much to ask you, Miss Kunoji, but it seems you came back without so much as a scratch. Wait, this is still section 1? I thought it was section 2. Oh no! This might be a long stream.
Is there a problem?
Oh no, not at all. Nobody's been able to do anything about that place ever since the miners came and dismantled the ancient shrine there. We can all breathe easier now that you four have cleansed it. I didn't see any signs of a shrine. Yes, well, it was a very small shrine. They probably just didn't leave any trace of it behind. But never mind that. Soul, was it? I'm very impressed. Think there was another exorcist out there as good as Miss Kwanji, especially one so young. Oh, is that not to say it's not to say you're not still amazing, Miss Kwanji. I know there are very few psychics as strong as you. The only problem is you spend most of your time here drinking tea at the souvenir corner instead of doing your job.
Well, this fine young man immediately agreed to my request. I guess younger people these days aren't too bad after all.
That's great. So you believe us when we say we're first-rate exorcists now?
Of course, I'm even going to set you up in our VIP room. Now then, allow me to officially welcome you to the Kumano Hot Springs. Our humble inn used to be the talk of the town, but now only ghosts and monsters come to stay here, and they refuse to check out.
Kinds of tiny dedicated shrines. She's lazy.
Nothing wrong with being a little lazy. We barely had any real guests in ages. The Kumano Hot Springs has been in the family for a long time, but we're now on the verge of closing down for good. So I put out a classified in hope of resolving the situation. I said I would offer cash rewards to anyone who managed to exorcise the evil spirits that had taken up residence here, and that I could not be held responsible for any loss of limb or life. The other guests you see here are the ones who answered the ad. There are many other spiritual disturbances found throughout our inn, though thankfully most of them aren't as bad as Hell's Pavilion. I'll leave the doors unlocked, so please, go ahead and exorcise as many evil things as you like, your energy and spirit power notwithstanding, of course. You have 6 days, starting today, and I'll reward you for every major job you complete.
Picked up a part-time gig.
How many guests are there in total? Oh, I didn't realize you could talk. Creepy. Anyway, there are currently 9 parties staying with us, yourselves included. You're welcome to work with or compete with them as you see fit. That part is none of my business. Excuse me. All I ask is you please refrain from killing one another. Please note that if it seems as though one of our guests was killed by a person rather than an evil spirit, I'll be calling the police immediately. Reasonable.
You get cell coverage?
Oh, you have one of those fancy new cellular phones? No, I'm afraid not. We haven't had any signal whatsoever since the spiritual disturbances began. In fact, a detective from Tokyo was just complaining about it. I swear these spoiled city brats are all the same, always chasing the hot new thing. Listen, the Kumano Mountains are nothing less than a miraculous holy site. The great Wan would never permit anyone to contact the outside as easily as you might chat about the weather.
Wan, is that the god we saw being venerated in the cave?
Oh, no, that's a completely different god going back much further. Wan is a recent development. At any rate, if you want to contact someone in town, you'll have to use our telephone in the old inn. It's a sacred phone blessed by Wan. We've run a phone line down to the foot of the mountain. Phone calls are 100 yen for the first minute, and an additional 10 yen for every 30 seconds after. Are you price gouging us? Nobody ever said tourist attractions are a bargain. Alright, Mr. Soul, your party will be staying in the Sky Room on the 8th floor. It's one of our finest VIP suites. There are 2 sitting rooms, 3 bedrooms, and a beautiful mountain view. The hot springs are in the old inn building. They close at 1 in the morning and open it early at 5. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I need to see to dinner preparations.
We should check out our room then. Though we only need 2 beds.
Oh right, I almost forgot. There are lots of spiritual disturbances on the way to the Sky Room, so do be careful.
Of course there are. Of course there are. Well, there it is. The missions. Don't need to go over this stuff, because it's just standard mission stuff. Claim the golden fruit. Unlock. Okay, we gotta let it roll. Do we get any completions? It's not looking like it. No. Okay. So, we get a Mystic Code and the next main quest after any free quest completion. Ugh. We have to actually do a free quest? I hate doing free quests on stream. And we already kind of went over the mass monsters stuff. Massive outbreak of monsters somewhere. Scan the map. Find locations and times when monsters may appear in mass. I mean... so Lanza node. Alright, so this is presumably, at least, a 3-star currency. I can actually set up an event support for this now. Master, did you hear? Seems weird ghosts show up around these parts. They appear when kids are playing and they go away if you give them sweets. They wouldn't hurt a fly if you ask me. I don't know what that's supposed to imply. Let's actually get a koyan in the pate. And I need to edit, copy into party 10. I really need to clean up my party interface here. Alright, so let's move over to full CE. So this is going to be our bronze farming squad. Just enough here. Full bronze farm. Let's go. Additional enemies if you had a servant with a hinted trait. So, probably child. But that's lame. I'm not gonna do that right now. If it's a mission, maybe I'll do it. But for now, pshaw. I don't need to do it.
Oh no, such powerful foes! Whatever shall I do?
Part of the yawn. Here. It's not looking like it. Alright, that's fine. Thankfully I can return Glass with Aresh. She is drunk with Double Koyan. Double Koyan makes Aresh 3-turn, or 3-waveable. Making a John Strange Fake art print to commemorate the ending of the Strange Fake anime. I mean, it's not truly over. We will get a Season 2. We will be getting a Season 2, and I am so looking forward to Season 2. I'm hoping that it's going to be next year. I'm really, really hoping we get Season 2 for Strange Fake next year. Because they ended on such a pivotal point. Such a pivotal end point for the anime. And things are only going to get more wild. I mean, we know Strange Fake is ending come this summer. The writer has said that the final volume is coming out this summer, so. Alright, that was easy. Progress in 10 missions. Whee! Lots of these talismans, too. And this is a bone node! Huzzah! I can farm up bones if I need to. And as I said earlier, just because I was reading a bunch of stuff regarding the finale for Strange Fake, I did find out that I was spoiled with regards to something for FGO regarding Strange Fake. But it's probably not really a spoiler, because anybody could have seen it coming, that there was going to be an official collab between FGO and Strange Fake. I don't know what servants, they didn't say what servants were going to be in it, but who knows, maybe much like Richard broke out 11 months early, maybe the Strange Fake collab will break in 2 years early. Man, this is a nice room. I know, just look at all this space, and it's on the corner too, so we have an incredible view. Yes, I certainly have no complaints, as long as one forgets about all the ghosts. Thank you both for coming along with us. You were a big help in exorcising those ghosts. But can I ask what you're doing in our room, Alice? It's because Aoko's here. We're very good friends, after all. It's only natural for me to go wherever she goes. Oh, please, like that's ever happened before in our lives. You're not fooling anybody, you know. Bird. Now, no need for a Barney, Alco. Miss Alice is one of the most distinguished members of Avian High Society. A barbaric lady like you could never hope to understand the elegance or pure intentions of winged beings like us. Alright, I still haven't introduced myself. Hello and good day, Chaldeans. Must be Barry, working at a museum in the mountains. What did you cock up to get sent to a backwater like that? The bird speaks. What, you've never seen a bird talk before? I do all the time. I'm a pretty hard worker, at least for a bird. Yes, Andy would love the burb. Now, don't tell me. That guy who looks like he loves candy stores a soul.
Honestly, I've never been to a candy store before.
And the innocent, wide-eyed wonder girl with the purple hair is Mash Cheery Light. See, I heard your names earlier, and I totally remember them now. Of course, I'll forget them again by tomorrow, seeing as I'm a bird. Yes, Benny speaks. Bird Gashinda! Oh, that's an adorable expression. That is an adorable expression on MASH. Oh my goodness, did it just die? Alright, guess that would be shocking if you haven't seen it before. Don't worry, he's fine, see? Did something happen? Wow, Mash, you should see the look on your face right now. Yes, something happened. Don't worry about him. This is my most useless ploy kickshaw. All he can do is die and come back to life. His name's Robin, but don't bother remembering that.
If memory serves, doesn't Robin have a bird in his Final Ascension artwork?
He's like a woodpecker, but even more annoying.
It's the same bird. Okay, that's interesting. Is there... I'm fine with being spoiled, but why is that connection there?
Anyway, don't worry. I'll tell him to stay out of sight as much as possible while we're staying here. So Robin's alive and well too, huh? Well, I guess that makes sense, seeing as he's a Robin and all. Alice is right, just ignore him. Living and dying is just his daily routine. But enough about him. I think it's time we take stock of the situation. I believe you when you say you're from this Chaldea organization. We haven't known each other long, but I can tell you two are good people. But I can also tell I need to keep a close eye on both of you. This might not be much coming from me, but using servants. Heroic spirits are super powerful familiars. That's not just something anyone can do. And there is no way that kind of magecraft would be sanctioned without a major order from on high, or a crisis spirit bad enough to warrant it. So I find it hard to believe that two people qualified to use it just happen to come here for sightseeing. Can you tell us the real reason why you're here? Assuming it won't cause you any problems, that is.
I mean... we did just come here for sightseeing, but maybe we need to finally add another notch to our belt. I mean, we only have, what? I believe I said, like, 4.5 notches so far, so we could complete it and get a 5th notch, you know, wipe out another timeline that seems to be getting ready to be wiped out and all that. Although, maybe we should take away that half, because we got a lot of souls living inside of us.
There are 2 Robins. Makes sense to me. And there you have it. And that is how I became Death, Destroyer of Worlds. These distortions that show up on the belt of human history are called singularities. And it's our job at Chaldea to protect the foundation of humanity by erasing them before they become permanent. This time we detected a very minor singularity in Kumano Hot Springs, so Master Soul and I were deployed to investigate. We are not able to contact them right now, but we came here from Chaldea in the year 2019. So from your perspective, that would mean we're from the future. I see, no wonder I didn't know anything about your people. I didn't buy your story before, but you've convinced me. I might be open to lending you a hand. But what about you, Aoko? What do you think of them? Of course, I had a great first impression of them. I think you both are amazing for protecting humanity's future from behind the scenes. I'm especially impressed by your success rate. I'm trying to be more like that myself, but it just never seems to work out. Yeah, yeah, you seem pretty heroic. I've not failed at all. Unless, again, you call the blood of the countless staining our hands failure. Because I refuse to think that Dante's helped us get over all that. It's not that simple. Do I? Oh, I guess that's encouraging. That aside, those are a lot of words I've never heard before. Did you know about singularities before Alco? Yeah, a little. They're like unique timelines that aren't connected to the history that takes place before or after them, right? How humiliating. I can't believe there was something you knew that I didn't. I'm not really sure how we respond to that. Anyway, I can tell you're really into what they're saying too, so I'm sure you won't mind helping them out, right? Good. Okay then, let me introduce myself again properly. I'm Aozaki Aoko, a freelance mage. I know I said I came to these hot springs for fun, but I'm actually here on an anonymous tip that things could get really dangerous around here unless somebody does something. Dangerous as in what kind of dangerous? That I'm afraid I don't know. All I know for sure is doing nothing isn't an option. But thanks to you two, I now know just where to start. This is a singularity. We just have to find out what's causing it. Your turn, Alice. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself? I'm Kawanji Alice. I'm a friend of Alco's. She and I, well, I suppose you could say our destinies are intertwined. So if she's here to investigate an anomaly, I pretty much have no choice but to help. So there you have it. I look forward to figuring out the singularity's mystery with you two. Same here. Thank you so much for your help, Alco. Alice? Let's get looking for the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail, as in the Holy Grail, isn't that usually a part of these singularity things? Oh no, it's not the Holy Grail you're probably thinking of. We've come to refer to any source of magical energy powerful enough to create miracles and mystics as Holy Grails, as a matter of convenience. Damn, seriously? Well, I guess that makes sense. If we're talking about something powerful enough to warp space-time itself, why don't we start by taking a look around inside the inn? Holy Grails are essentially pools of high-density magical energy, so we should be able to sense it if we get close enough. Wait, I want you to perform a summon first. You can do them if you have a workshop, a territory you made for yourself, right? Let me see what a Chaldean summoning spell is like. Things haven't necessarily reached that point yet. I swear you're such a Magecraft nerd, Alice. I'm sorry, but would you mind indulging her? She's always going on about how the Mage Association Magecraft is just a bunch of cheap tricks, but she's still fascinated by it. And I have to admit, calling on a heroic spirit is pretty extraordinary Magecraft. So I think she's feeling extra competitive, seeing as how she uses familiars herself. It's not like that. We're going to need fighters anyway, right? So, now go on, show me. Just once is fine. If it's just once, I may as well. Understood, Master. Deploying round shield. Who are we summoning? Okay, I've established a connection. Oh, nope. There was dialogue still. I missed the dialogue. I've established connection to a ley line. Now I'll connect you to a second level spirit origin with ties to this land. Spirit origin graphic acquired. Initiating spirit origin output. We're clear for heroic spirit summon. Awaiting your magical energy, Master.
Guardian of the Scales.
It worked. I wonder what kind of heroic spirit it will.
Hmm.
Kind of guessed that.
Yep, I kind of guessed it. I mean, he appeared earlier, but I kind of guessed that he would... Like, I knew... Obviously, I read the event summary, so... We knew he was the free servant, but... I was wondering how he would be introduced, and this is a nice way to do it. Wait, what? You look younger, dude.
His body's a spirit origin made out of ether. He's definitely a servant. What in the world? When did you get mixed up with something this silly?
I'm sorry, but do you mind if I answered your question with a question? I was just in a strange place, then I felt like someone told me the world was in danger. Next thing I knew, I was here. I guess this means this is going to be my next part-time job, then. So, oh gosh, are we going to have an Emiya situation here? Is the older version going to want to kill the younger version?
So let me get this straight. It's 2001 right now, and you just summoned me as I was in 1991. And you did so with some mysterious power, all to solve a mystery in these hot springs. Oh, that's right. Normally heroic spirits are summoned with knowledge of their current time period, but that doesn't seem to be the case for you. In fact, I'm still not sure why you appeared here as a servant at all.
Look, Dustbin Lid, all we know for sure is you're definitely a familiar right now. You were always like that anyways, but now it's like you've made it official.
Okay, that's not a good facial expression. Hold on, does this mean Shizuki is moving on your magical energy soul? Oh no, Sojiro was actually summoned by the power of the land. Senpai was just acting as a keystone keeping him here. As far as I can tell, his materialization is limited to this land, specifically Kumano Hot Springs.
So I'm limited to just this land now, huh?
That's great, that makes things much easier. Now I don't have to worry about anything that comes after. I think there's a saying for that kind of thing. Alright, what happened in Kumano stays in Kumano. Anyway, I have no idea what's going on here, but I'll be happy to help with your job, Soul. I swear, I can't believe you're okay with just having no idea what's going on or what to do. And then I guess you always were one to go with the flow.
You two know him?
Yeah, you could say that. Me, Alice, and this wild child all once lived in the same house. Anyway, he's not going to be any help solving the mystery, but he's decent enough in a fight. So you should at least be able to use him as your bodyguard, Soul. Just don't let him play detective no matter what.
Oh, of course I'm going to help Soul investigate. When I take on a job, I see it through to the end. Besides, it looks like fun.
I just told you that's not happening. You're just going to cause chaos, so stay put. And you better not go anywhere, at least for today. Take one foot outside that door and I'll blast you to pieces myself. I've got some business of my own I need to take care of. I'll be done by night. So I'd like you to learn everything you can about the inn's other guests in the meantime. Bye. What do you all think?
I don't see any reason not to start investigating now. Come on, Soul. Nash?
I knew it. That was just a warning shot. Got that? No second chances. You're staying here today, and that's final.
Sorry, you two. Looks like you'll have to investigate without me today. I'll join tomorrow. Oh, so what are you going to do, Alice? Investigating the inn sounds like fun, huh?
I'm going back to my room. Let me know if anything interesting happens.
So, yeah. I'll love triangle between those three, then.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
He is very eager. I wake up from a nap and find myself in a place I want to leave. I'm used to it, but to be honest, I'd rather not have to be here. Very different demeanor from, like, minutes ago. That said, mind telling me how I can help?
I mean, it's clear there's a rivalry between Aoko and Alice, and I'm a very firm believer in toxic Yuri, so they don't seem to be that, angry at each other, so who knows, Who knows?
Alright, so 4-star Berserker. He has 2 arts, 2 buster, 1 quick. His NP anti-world? I'm sorry. Increase attack for 1 turn, ignore invincibility, pierce damage cut, deal significant special attack, defense up to a single enemy, and apply death to himself. He's a single target Arash. Presence concealment A for drop rate, knowledge of the Soa for crit resistance, charm EX, apply fear, confusion, skill seal immune to yourself. Okay, and wish on the Starry Night for 100% attack booster. Alright. So, he is, he's a dense harem protagonist, it seems. That is what Charm EX tells me.
If he cannot be made afraid or confused, he is incredibly dense. Okay. So that's what plot armor can be used for. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright. So, the next mission is unlocked by completing mission number 9. Mission number 9 is gaining 200 exorcism points. We have a lot of missions associated with getting him up, so since it is a mission, he gets to skip the level up order document. First though, how many foes do I got in inventory? I need 7 of the forward-looking foes. Excuse me. Claim these. Do I have a low number of them or no? No. I do not. Okay. So, take the 20. Alrighty. Event bonus servant. Let's get him started here. Feed him the foes! He tried to leave school by going out the second story window. I mean, Shiro did that too. Although I think he did that out of a much higher window. Pretty sure Shiro tried to jump out of a much higher window. Alright. So we can at least get him max leveled, though I don't think that's going to be enough for any missions. And then we will, I guess, have to do some free quests with him in the party. Backline of the party, but still. Alright. So, let's see. We got some free quests here. So we got the presumably silver and presumably gold. Some funny animations. Interesting. I might be able to see him eventually. Oh, wait, I did not want Himiko. I wanted Koyan. Alright. Edit. Copy. Paste. Party 11 is going to be the silver party. Clear up all of this. We're gonna put him in the squad. I've got a lot of servants that are bond 0 now. I should probably fix that at some point. That's understanding how plot armor works. Okay. Alright, so we want the 4-star CE, get the max limit broken one in. Minimum. And that's all we can have. Okay. And now we're going to swap out Rush for a bit, because there is the bonus mission for a little bit more quartz with Summer BB, and she should be viable to take things here. Alright. Yeah. Let's get this party started. Also, I totally did not remember what the special extra enemy thing was. So, yeah. Alright, so it's nice and chill here, going forwards to continue things. Yeah, I sadly don't have her yet, so... Animal characteristics. Actually, then we might get the extras, because we have Koyan in the squad. Koyan might... Oh, yep, indeed, Koyan is enough to get extras. Mighty Chain. That's actually a little annoying. If every wave has... then yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, every wave has it. Dang. May as well do all skills. Just push all the buttons.
No kill like overkill. Super Alco NP is AoE.
Okay.
Again, I need, because she's a foreigner servant, I need to get her. So, I haven't actually seen what this new Mystic Code can do. I should probably check that too. I'm not wearing the new Mystic Code, because of course I'm not. Sojiro's animation is collateral damage from Alco and Alice playing in the background, and only attacks on his Buster and Extra. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that. So it is Toxic Yuri then. Got it. Okay, so the only thing is BB cannot free turn loop. That's unfortunate. BB is incapable of 3-turn looping. She is not as good as Aresh, confirmed. I'll have to bring him along in the front line one of these times. For now, though, again, I want to have BB leading so I can get the extra missions completed. Because more quartz is needed for me. I need the quartz so I can... Also, I am thinking that that all the streams this week might be FGO, just for the fact that I do want to not get too far behind in the event. Because if I end up too far behind in the event, then it could get annoying. Alright, so daily rollover, so... Eyes are doing great now. I mean, if I... So, oh, I got the Bluebird CE. We can read this now, real quick. A blue robin familiar, even its master respects the powers of tracking and observation hidden beneath its endearing form. However, perhaps owing to its low memory capacity, it's rather incautious with its speech, so it rarely shows its true value. But eyes are doing better now. Only issue I have was, because I do D&D on Saturdays, I had to get a ride from my parents to go out there with my brother to do D&D. So I was sitting in the passenger seat, and I was, you know, looking out the front window, seeing how I could handle the roads and everything like that. And it did fine, but I did overly strain my left eye, and my left eye was kind of, like, throbbing a little bit. So, like, super large field of view is a bit too big of a strain for me, it seems. Okay, so now this one as well, we're just going to run them all once. And this is going to be the 5-star currency node. Cut down, Kotetsu's thirsty for blood tonight. Japanese ghosts like flying manslayers sure are eerie. It's not Kotetsu, it's okay. It's all about intuition with stuff like this. Blah, 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 blah. Copy. And paste the party. This is going to be the 5-star currency node. There we go. I was so glad I got so many of this CE, because again, it's a damn nice CE, like, damn. But also, it should make things a little easier. Though it might also make it harder to get Alco, considering, you know, sisters hate each other, that kind of shenanigans, so... Very real possibility that it will make Alco much harder to get. Okay, I actually did somehow manage to get the bonus here. Surprising. Yeah, again, foreigner servant, I gotta go for the foreigners. I made the vow that I would get all the foreigners, so I will get all the foreigners. And the good thing is, with my arm almost fully, like, not bruised anymore, and my vision pretty much near normal, I should be able to start donating plasma again, which means that I should be able to make a trick of income. Although, again, I am actively searching for a job. At this point, I'm branching my search out to be looking for data entry
as well as just general IT. Because the way I see it, you know, even if it is just a data entry job, it's better than having no job. So, if I can get a data entry position, I'll be happy. Excuse me. But it is still a very competitive job market, so Lord only knows when I'm gonna get, if I'm gonna get a job. Lord only knows. And who knows? Maybe by some unforeseen miracle, my story will launch off big time when I start putting out the second book, and I'll get people reaching out wanting to publish or something. I don't know. Though I am seriously considering self-publishing the first book at least. I just need to look into that more. BB, you are freaking 1% short of an NP, damn it! Okita. Odd. Whoa, lag. Ahoy. And again, I forgot to put on the new Mr. Code. Dang nabbit. Why do I forget these things, guys? Why am I so forgetty? Fully understandable, man. Fully understandable. BB, why? BB. This is one of the many reasons why you're not a waifu, BB. One of the many reasons. She's NP4 as well, so theoretically speaking, she should hit like a freaking truck with NP, but the fact that she cannot 3-turn loop with double Koyan makes her not really that valuable for me. Alright, hopefully that's enough mission stuff done. Hopefully. I don't think I even completed another mission. And am I not getting... I thought I had to have... Hang on. Am I not getting those extra missions things completed? I thought it just had to be Summer BB in the start of the party. What the heck? Or does it not... But either BB, Ishtar... What do you mean by mission? I have to do a daily mission? It wants me to do daily missions with them. That's so annoying. So annoying. Okay. I mean, I guess just one more quest will be all I need. 30 Earth enemies gets us 5 stakes and 100 exorcism points. And it unlocks 60, so we have to do another. No, it said Moon Cancer. Oh, SR Moon Cancer. Okay, you're right. I thought it said SSR Moon. I thought it was either or, so I guess it's a good thing this didn't get done yet. Shoot. Let's go back to this one. Go back to this.
squad. In that case, we're gonna do a little bit of switchy switch. And sorry, Bakatoria, this is just temporary. Just temporary, like. Normal BB. I mean, I guess, but why is you senpai, you know? Alright, what does this Mystic Code do? Misaki High School uniform. Assemble for an Arts and Buster boost for all allies. Go for it for crit star gather rate and crit stars for one ally. And a Guts with an NP gauge. Sadly, we are not going to be running that just yet, because we need a swibbity swap. So, let's roll and get some missions done. Hoorah! I know she has a welfare form, but I mean, when you think you senpai, you don't really think of her welfare form, is the thing, you know? When I think you senpai, I think of the normal form she is in. Pardon the yawn again. All about them yawns today. Whoa, laggy lag. Shoot, it just occurred to me. I don't have him in my party, so I'm not gonna get bonus points for him too. BB! I blame BB. I blame BB. Which is weird that it's so laggy, but is what it is. At least I can 3-turn this node if I really want to farm it. Which I'm not sure if I do or not, but... Easy peasy. Again, pardon the yawn. Okay, 30 demonic enemies. That is what we needed. And there's that one, but we need to do it 2 more times is the annoying thing. And I don't think we have any more master missions we can complete. Are we done with this daily master mission stuff? Yeah, we're done with daily master missions, so I'm not going to be able to receive any more of this today, but we'll get the singular quartz. Woot. And grant upon me 30 demonic enemies for 5 more bones for 200 exorcism points total. Getting us a choker or a belt? It's a choker. That's kind of weird. That I'm guessing that's his ascension material. Am I right that this is the dude's ascension material is a choker? I'm not gonna question what kind of stuff those 3 get up to in their spare time. I've decided I'm not going to question what kind of stuff those 3 get up to in their spare time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No change of clothes, huh? No, don't mind me. I bet Aozaki's hogging all your resources. She's really not. She's not come to my Chaldea yet. Though maybe the fact that I've got him now will draw her in. Shaku Tenrin Jizai Fuza. Double NP. Okay. Increase crit strength for 3 turns when HP is below 75. Increase crit strength when HP is below 50. Increase crit strength when HP is below 25. Increase crit strength. Okay. True, she is hogging all my quartz. Speaking of which, I should have a new single quartz summon, right? No, I do not. It does not reset until midnight or so. Shoot. Exactly. Clean that. And get the unlock the other ascensions, yada yada. Okay. Alrighty. Next node is on no battles. You got 0 KP. Ooh, that sucks, man. I've got almost 0 SQ. We're the same. There's someone here in the hall. I think it's one of the exorcists we met in the lobby. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Alright, you were the last psychics to show up earlier. It's not often you see exorcists working as a team. You seem pretty young, too. Shouldn't you be at school? Bazette, why would you bring up that trauma? The last time we were in school, a lot of shit went down. We don't go to school. We both work for a research facility. We also don't actually have any psychic powers. Our main job is... well, I guess you could say it involves summoning folklore. Nice, Bivit Mash. So you're not actually here to perform exorcisms, Sounds like you and I are in the same boat, then. I don't care about the money. I've already got more than I know what to do with. Okay, yeah, this isn't Bazette. Bazette is a broke-ass bee. She does not have money. I'm here because I received a report that there's someone who needs to be sealed. I mean, someone crucial to humankind's advancement in this country. My job is to reinvestigate that person, not to exorcise ghosts. You have a secret agent thing going on, then. That being said, I'm not a rank amateur either. I've slain my share of evil spirits. I wasn't expecting to be treated as an exorcist when I got here, but I don't mind. It works out to the same in the end. So you're looking for someone. Is this person here at the inn? No, I just came here to, freshen up. Really, that's all. I don't know anything about the Secret Springs. I just thought I would rest a little before I got started in earnest. Though I admit, I'm not tired at all. No thoughts about silly wish-granting hot springs? Of course not. It's just a coincidence I happen to choose these springs. Yes, that's it. I did hear there are 5 wish-granting springs in total, but I also heard they only open up once per day. Whether that's true or not, it makes sense to put limits on things that supposedly grant wishes. There's only one problem. Oh, what's that? They say the secret springs only work on one person. Well, specifically, one spring grants someone's wish. That spring apparently loses its effects for a whole year. Yoshisuke said that the people who had their wishes granted in the past were chosen completely at random. So just going in first doesn't mean you guarantee your wish. It sounds more like playing the lottery. Humor me. Under those circumstances, what do you think would be the best way to ensure your wish comes true? Yeah, reduce the competition. Exactly. The best way to prevent another guest getting their wish granted instead of you is also make sure you're the only guest left. But don't take it too seriously. That's just a thought experiment. Still, there aren't going to be many people at a haunted inn located way up in the mountains, and it's too far away for the police to keep an eye on. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a series of unfortunate accidents happening out here. Oh, Bazette. You're just waving some death flags. I'm sorry. Another no battle node. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna get a bunch of meeting the various servant psychics. This hallway has such a historic feel to it. I can't wait to see what the hot springs at the end are like. There's a sign that says Kumano Inn Old Building. I guess this means the building we've been in, and it's new. And the one containing the hot springs facility has been preserved in the original state. Oh, man. Hi, Muramasa. Is Olga here, too? Sorry about that, Missy. I was so distracted I didn't look where I was going. I can't believe I got dizzy after only an hour in the bath. Maybe this is a sign I finally ought to retire. Not at all. I'm the one who should apologize. I was walking backwards and should have been more aware. By the way, this may seem a strange request, but your name wouldn't happen to be Muramasa, would it? Muramasa? That's awfully nice of you to say, but no, the name's a little too big for my britches. I do own a forge or two, but these days I'm just an art dealer. The name's Shiro. Ooh, snapcracker pop of the neck. Yeah. I get why they're just going with the same names, but it's hilarious at the same time. Over half the guests here are shameless frauds. I ought to know. I'm one of them. I know a few tricks for clearing up spiritual disturbances, but nobody here's a full-blown exorcist. But you two, you're the real deal. I can tell from the air about you. You've got guts going up against Kumano Mountain's ox god. Good luck. If you don't make it, I'll make sure you get a proper burial. I mean, that could work, yeah. Shiro just went back to the new building. Looks like he's one of the guests. That side, it's very confusing how there are so many people here who look exactly like heroic spirits we know. Well, that's not right, though, J6, because again, remember, he changed the dude's name. He took the H away from his name. Yeah, we should keep our guards up. I understand. These people may look the same as our heroic spirit friends, but they aren't them. We have to approach them fairly and impartially, without preconceptions. So he's not too lazy if he can change somebody's name. But he is the judge, jury, and executioner. He is the one that believes that it should be Altria for the romanization of Artoria's name. So if he said, no, take that H out of his name, then it's by his decree, the H is gone. This must be the entrance to the large bath. And there's the reception desk for the hot springs. There are a lot of massage chairs, too, although there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the counter. Sugitani! Looks that way. Too bad. I was hoping to have a nice cold drink after getting out of the bath. Too bad you can't buy booze from the vending machine. Where's the proprietor when you need him? Hi there, I'm Sol. I noticed you've got a gun. Oh, you beat me to it. I'm Sugitani Rinbo, exorcist at large. You guys are here to make a killing too, yeah? I'm loving the Kumano Hot Springs so far. There's evil spirits, yokai, and curses all over the place. I wouldn't want them all hanging out in my backyard or anything, but here, every critter you take out nets you a nice cash prize. Talk about an easy way to make a living. I was just relaxing in the bath after another fool's day work. You two ought to check him out too. Feels real good in there. The proprietor guy's a terrible cook, but he does a great job keeping the baths in shape. Yes, we'd love to try the baths once we get the opportunity. Can I ask you which one you went into? Me? Just the regular hot springs. Those special secrets ones are all dried up right now. Seems they don't like to bubble till the middle of the night. The first secret spring opening up tomorrow. Let's see, I think the first day was the Spring of Youth? Well, that's one spring I don't need. I'm just gonna spend tomorrow hunting monsters or tanuki up in the woods. So what brings you to the hot springs then, Sugitani? Not me. Same reason as you guys. Exercise some ghosts and make some money. My gun's locked, loaded, and ready to send those spirits on to the next world. I see how it is. You two don't believe that the springs can grant wishes, do you? These hot springs always carried a blessing since long ago, but the whole wish-granting thing began once Kumano and Yoshisuke took over. You'd think he made the whole thing up just to attract customers, right? And yeah, most of the time the secret springs benefits are barely better than a placebo. Yeah, I think I feel a little younger. I think I feel luckier with love now. I think my skin's looking better. Things like that. But the thing is, some folks really did have their wishes granted, and it happened right around this time of year. You know how much this inn used to charge back before it got haunted? 1,000,000 yen a night. I don't know how much that actually is. So I'd be careful around that proprietor if I was you. He's one hell of a nouveau riche. Don't let his appearance fool you. He's not actually interested in money? 100K? Yeah, that's a lot. Exactly, you get it. Yeah, someone's got that kind of money but isn't using it on themselves. They've got a different use for it in mind. Wow, Sugitani here implying the guy needs plastic surgery or something. Man. I believe Yoshisuke said he inherited this inn. Does that mean he's the son of the last proprietor? No, the last proprietor didn't have any living relatives. Apparently he retired and lives in Atami these days. Yoshisuke became their adopted son a few years ago. Never heard of him? Kumano and Yoshisuke used to be one of the most popular entertainers around, right before his surprise retirement. That's still a lot of money. Nobody knows why he suddenly quit showbiz. A lot of magazines wrote about it, but the truth is still a mystery. But I mean, he's got that overbite, you know? And if he's really as loaded as he supposedly is... I don't recall. Also, it is... You have to keep in mind this also took place in 2000, so... You would need to look at how much 100,000 yen was worth in 2000 to USD. This must be the reference room. Look, it describes this art area's history, people who contributed to its development, local crafts. I guess a lot of big ryokan inns have common spaces like these. What a wonderful way to showcase the local culture. Yeah, there's a certain theme here. Very true, they're all very wonderful works of art. They say that Kumano started producing dolls during the Showa period, and that caused the local... Kumano, maybe? I don't know. Caused the local economy to flourish. Look at this one, senpai, it's life-size. It's not a doll. There's something about this doll's design that makes her seem like an elegant woman and a brave warrior all at once. Her hair is so thick it almost looks like real. Her wrist joints are so smooth and lifelike. It's no wonder she's on display as a work of art. If I didn't know any better, I'd think she was human. Thank you for the kind words, but I'm afraid you do me too much credit. As you can see, I'm very much alive. If only I was truly a doll. Wow, this is the most she's spoken in a single go. You're human, but you don't have a pulse. Because I was stopping it. As a little prank. You two were just so cute I couldn't help myself. Hello, guests from the outside. Welcome to the Heritage Pavilion. My name is Kashin. I live here at the inn. Please, call me Kashin Go. Oh, hello, I'm sorry for treating you like an inanimate object. Did you know you can stop your own pulse, senpai? You technically can. I don't exactly know the proper way to do it. Let's start over here. Hello, Kashin-ko. I'm Ash Kyrlite, and this is Sol, my senpai. We'll be staying at the Kumano Hot Springs for a while. I take it's your job to manage this room then, Kashin-ko? No, I don't work here. Nobody in my family does. We've always just done whatever we feel like. I just live here as a favor to Yoshisuke to make sure other psychics don't cause any trouble. His advertisement has drawn a lot of psychics who are all talk and no walk. It's rather infuriating. I don't care if they get themselves hurt when they mess up their exorcisms, but we can't let spirits run around causing havoc after they've been riled up. So when spirits start to go on a rampage after a failed exorcism, I have no choice but to defeat them. I see your powerful psychic and Mr. Yoshisuke keeps you here as a form of insurance. You just go after the ones causing trouble, you don't get rid of them on your own then? Why would I do that? Yoshisuke is the one who wants them exorcised, not me. I wouldn't take this exorcism stuff too serious if I were you two. You'll only get yourselves hurt or worse. I'd especially stay away from this reference room. The spirits here are especially touchy. You could easily end up cursed if you stopped by at the wrong time, especially when it's dark. There was a psychic once who came into this room at night and became enchanted by the dolls. That was when she discovered something in that cardboard box. Making figurines for dummies construction kit included. The next thing she knew, she'd taken out the kit and begun single-mindedly working on making her own doll. She'd never used a chisel or nippers before, so it wasn't long before her fingers and elbows were covered with blood. But even then, she just kept muttering things like, "That's not right, why isn't this working? That should do it," and so on. She worked on that doll for 7 days and 7 nights without food or sleep. The other psychics and I tried to stop her, but to no avail. And what happened? She disappeared. When I came to the reference room on the 8th morning, she was nowhere to be seen. Maybe she was finally freed from the curse and decided to just leave the inn. Of course not. What happened was, this room just gained another doll. I mentioned blood earlier, didn't I? It's because she used her own body as material for the doll. Look, it's that one, right behind you.
Oh no, don't scare my Mashu! Don't scare my Mashu! She's adorable looking while she's terrified, though.
Darn, here I thought I'd get to introduce my friends. Hopefully it was a good lesson for them. I don't need any looky-loos causing trouble. If they're just going to die anyway, it'll go down easier if it's only one death per day.
That's not ominous at all. That's still a lot of money.
I mean, 8 grand is a frick ton of money, man.
And yeah, that's before conversion for time. This room is far in the back.
I'm afraid you can't go in there.
I'm sorry, I know I said you could exercise as many evil things as you like, but you can't do it in here. This place is too much for you to handle.
I'm sorry, we didn't realize this room was off limits. But what do you mean it's too much for us to handle?
Oh yes, perhaps I should have chosen my words better. I don't mean it's dangerous in here. I only mean that door refuses to open no matter what we try. Rumor has it that it leads directly to hell. Between this place and Hell's Pavilion, you must think this mountain has a lot of dangerous-sounding names, but that's because of the special power at work here. Or perhaps I should say this special something. You mean that idol over there? You know, I'm probably cloping it. I've been to hell multiple times. My, I can see you two don't know much about this mountain. Have you heard of the yokai called a Kudan? They say it was a spirit beast that looked like an ox, and that it could predict the future. People here used to hold it in great reverence. I can't say I blame them. Anyone who knows exactly what tomorrow has in store will never fail at anything. It's human nature to cling to crutches like that. That's not necessarily true. Excuse me. Just because you know what's going to happen tomorrow does not mean you're never going to fail. Like, I could know that tomorrow a meteor is going to crash down on my house. That's not going to help me at all. Over this mountain, Kudan is just a touch different from the others. It turns anyone who talks to it into a Kudan themselves. Impressive, right? Once people know what their future holds, they can take steps to prevent what they don't like. To put it another way, they can give themselves a hopeful tomorrow. What do you think? Makes sense why this Kudan would be revered as a granter of wishes, no? What does he mean by that? I suppose, yeah.
So you're saying this Kumano Mountain's Kudan is the idol being worshipped here?
That's right, although we call him Wan now. They can say his sleeping chamber lies beyond that door. There doesn't seem to be any way to open it, but I'd be careful anyway. Nothing good would come from trying. You were told you used to be an entertainer. That was a long time ago. I first visited these hot springs by coincidence after I retired, only to discover we shared the same name. The former proprietor and I hit it off, and eventually I ended up in charge.
Yes, we heard. Apparently they live in Atami now. Oh, we also met one of your employees earlier, Kajinko, in the reference room. She said she was a psychic you hired yourself.
Did she now? Lady Kashin actually spoke to you two. That's a surprise. She's so shy. She never usually talks to anyone. Damn it, I thought she'd been acting strangely these last few days. What does she think she's doing talking to regular guests like this? No, sorry, don't mind me. Anyway, I'd better get going. I'll have your dinner brought to your room. Oh yes, I almost forgot to tell you something important. This room is officially known as Wan's Road Home, but there are also 4 other dreadful haunted spots around the inn. The endless hallway in the old inn that never ends no matter how far you walk, the Devil's Classroom in the reference room where dark arts are practiced, the Hanged Rider in the Camellia room where no one ever leaves from, and the inverse mirror where your reflection will try to kill you. You know, it wouldn't be the first time. Be sure to stay far away from those 4 areas. Many other exorcists have tried their luck with them, and they've all paid a heavy price. You know, why not? The better question is, why not? So we have a bunch of solve mystery quests.
'Tis nighttime. We are in 10 p.m. What kind of dinner is eaten so late? And that's everything we managed to learn today. Secret witch granting brings spooky stories of haunted places and a yokai that's been worshipped on this mountain for ages, huh? Well, I expected as much. This is all starting to sound a lot more believable. I thought there was something unsettling about this inn, but I had no idea things were that bad. Soul, Mash, I'm sorry you two had to do all the work today without me. But I'll be there to help out starting tomorrow. That's okay with you, right, Aozaki? Yeah, sure, knock yourself out. I already took care of the problem. Great, I might still not be able to do anything impressive, but I am a servant now. I know I'm not cut out for investigating and deducing stuff, but I'll do my best to keep you both safe. You need Shizuki to meet Shizuki. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. But yeah, a 10 p.m. after dinner. I mean, granted, dinner could have taken place at any time, but yeah, I mean, dinner should be in at like 4 p.m. or so. That's the perfect time for dinner. Don't worry, thanks to a certain someone, I'm used to being in a mate shield. A meat shield, you say? Tell us more. Sure, I'd be glad to. Next time we have 5 hours to spare, I should be able to tell you the whole story. You're not going to believe what I have to say about a certain someone who may or may not be in this room. 4 p.m. I eat 4 p.m. dinner almost every day. Sometimes a little later depending on what I prepare for dinner, but still it's around 4 p.m. Mind you, again, I'm not working right now, so if I do start working, that might change, but 4 p.m. is my preferred dinner time. Something on your mind, Miss Alice? Let me guess, you're wishing dinner had been goosefish hot pot. I don't blame you. All those manky intestines and stuff are right up your alley. Anyway, nothing you told us about concerns me all that much. I'm just curious about the other guests we haven't met yet, though. More importantly, you're going to be staying in this room, right, Shizuki? Then I'll have Aoko stay with me. Considering the number of people here, that's the most logical way to handle this. You don't mind, right, Aoko? I was hoping to hear more about Caldea's slumber party style, but I guess that's fine. You know what? You three can have one of the rooms, Mash and I can have another one of the rooms, and then the third room is just a buffer room, so that way, you know, the noises don't intersect and cause a loss of sleep. Just saying. And yes, my family thinks I'm weird for eating dinner at 4 p.m. But in my defense, I do not eat a lunch. We'll just have to chat after we get to know each other better. And it's settled. Now let's go. It's getting late. Yeah, I get it. You're still cripplingly shy. Don't mind Alice too much, guys. She doesn't actually dislike you. She's just cautious about what she says to other people. She might be crabby, standoffish, and too proud of for her own good, but she'd never spend time in the same room with you if she didn't like you. Honestly, it's amazing that she was willing to spend an hour in here after only just meeting you. Right, Shizuki? I don't know if I'd say that. She's a lot more sociable now than she used to be. In fact, she was at Jonas all by herself the other day. You know, the cafe with the strawberry-themed menu. Well, really? Wait, I bet I know what happened there. She probably just got a craving for strawberry shortcake and couldn't wait until you or I got back. It feels like you and I have a lot of catching up to do, Aoko. Come with me. I'm gonna pluck out what you know just like I tear the stems off strawberries. And there she goes, off on her own. Okay, I guess that means it's time to call it a night. Well, since we're staying at a hot spring inn and all, maybe I'll take a quick dip in before going to bed. Alright, I know I can trust you all, so I'm going to tell you this now. If this singularity isn't resolved, a wishing star is going to come here and wipe out humankind. No biggie. What? Huh? Wipe out humankind? I mean, it's a star. It's just gonna be a miniature ORT, and we dealt with ORT before, so I think we can handle a crashing star. Orza Forina. You know, maybe it's Abby. We can handle Abby. Well, yes, my name is the Sun. Well, this wouldn't be the first time Alco spouted something crazy out of nowhere. There was no point in trying to apply common sense to it. We'll just have to surround her tomorrow and have her tell us what she did this time. Anyway, would it be okay if we discuss sleeping arrangements now? I count 3 bedrooms in this suite. I assume you two are each going to take one, so it'd be okay if I use the remaining one? No, Mash and I'll share a room. Again, you go and stay with, You go and stay with Alco and Alice. I'm sure it'll be fine. Thanks. Don't mind if I do, then. I love sleeping on a proper bed. It's good for the soul. Are you actually feeling sleepy? I thought servants don't usually need to sleep. Really? You mean Galdean servants don't even get time off to sleep? No, it's not like that. I was just wondering if using your spirit form might help you conserve more magical energy, that's all. I see. Right, you mentioned most servants can change into spirit forms during dinner. I've actually been trying to change into mine for a while now, but I can't seem to pull it off. My eyesight, stamina, and strength are all about what they used to be, too. I enjoy dinner just as much as always. So yeah, I think I'll get some sleep at night. I could stay up to keep watch if you need me to, but if possible, I'd rather not. I can tell sleeping will help me conserve magical energy, and I'd like to make sure I have enough for when I really need it. I mean, he doesn't provide a 50% battery, he's not an AoE that can loop, so he's gonna get plenty of breaks in Chaldea. Mash's shield will alert us to any danger. Man, that shield of yours is great. Mash, it seems like it can do anything. Almost makes me wish Aozaki would take a page or two from it. And speaking as your servant, I have something to tell you. While you two are looking around the inn... Oh, what is it? Did something bad happen? Oh, no, nothing like that. I just called the proprietor and reserved the private outdoor bath for you tomorrow. He said you can use it after dinner, since you're staying at Hot Spring Inn and all. It'd be a shame not to enjoy the outdoor bath at least once. That's considerate. Just like Iori is good at boss killing, not farming. We're gonna... You know, it just occurred to me, he is our second male servant this year. Second male welfare servant, to be specific. Wake up. Mash, why'd you get dressed before me? Wake up, Senpai, we have an emergency. Something terrible has happened. 10 more minutes, please. I'm sorry to disturb your sleep, but you need to get dressed to head to the public bath right away. There's been a murder. Dun, dun, dun. It's Alco. She's dead. Well. What did you say? See, this wouldn't have happened if my advice had been taken and those three shared a room at night. If we just listened to my advice, you know, my advice can save lives now has been confirmed. Confirmed. My advice could have saved Alco's life. Just saying. But with that, I do think we are pretty much at end stream time because the next mission is not available just yet. Well, yeah, but that just means she didn't take my advice, is what I'm saying. But, so I do think that Wednesday we will be resuming this event with parts 3 and 4, presumably, at least. Because this is seeming like it's going to be a longer event, so it definitely is worthwhile to consistently stream it. In addition, we should be able to do the remaining tickets for our ticket summon, and we will hopefully gather enough quartz to do another multi. But that is for future me to worry about. Alco will come home to my Chaldea. She's dead now, so that means she can definitely be summoned as a servant, right? Maybe I should have waited until now to try and summon her, but semantics. For now, I've been Soul Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you do want to catch me live and you're watching on YouTube, just check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord where you can follow or join to get those notifications. Granted, by the time this goes up, the event is long past because I'm currently in the beginning stages of uploading Ordeal Call 2, so yeah, that's going to be another, 3 weeks of uploads already taken care of. But that's for me to worry about. Once more, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.